Lee, thanks for talking to us. Just give us your assessment of how you felt it went today.
I thought it was an extremely patchy performance throughout the game from us, both with and without the football. Gifted them 2 goals really. We have possession of the ball on the halfway line and it ends up in the back of a net. Decent strike. Then we get back into the game. They work a quick throw in, ball into the box, header, and it's in the back of your net. But I just thought it was extremely patchy. I thought we deserved to get back into the game. I did. But then you can't do what we've just done. And I just said to the players, it happened here last year, didn't it? That's going to cost us in the end in terms of what points we can pick up. But a very patchy afternoon, I thought.
What would you put that down to, it being patchy like that, especially off the back of a week out on the training ground and an excellent performance last week?
I'll have to look at it and assess what the early part of the game looked like. Does that set the tone for us in terms of how we're going to play? I didn't think we looked in behind them enough, particularly at the start of the game. We knew, they're going through a difficult spell, aren't they? And we knew that they'd want to fight and they'd want to run, and they did that. And at times it just played into their hands, particularly at the start of the game. But the amount of times we got down the sides and got in behind them, and then the final ball just let us down, I lost count of.
Yeah, that would be the biggest disappointment, wouldn't it? Because sometimes you're in great positions to really strike while the iron was hot, but you couldn't do that.
No, we couldn't. We just couldn't find that pass, could we? I just felt it was very rushed from the start of the game, particularly when we got close to their goal. I just felt it was rushed. We had a little bit of good play, I think, between Kane and Jack, which was a penalty. As clear a penalty as you're going to see, I think. But it just was too rushed when we got up there. And things for us to work on, keep trying to improve. The worry would be if we didn't get into them positions, but we got into them positions today. But just a patchy afternoon, and it's disappointing coming on the back of what we did last week.
Yeah, and also a concern is injuries. You lost a player on the day of the game who couldn't make the substitutes bench, and you've got 2 or 3 still out on the sidelines, and you lost a couple during the game.
Yeah, I'm not going to bang on about too much. Trying to just assess the game today. A couple of players have taken knocks, but I thought the players that came onto the pitch did fine. I thought they did. Adrian, Keane particularly. I thought they did fine when they come on. So we'll be like everybody else. We'll have to assess our players on Monday morning.
A day for Adrian to remember, of course, not the result, but he took his goal well, and in fact his first touch was very close with an offside decision that ruled him out, but he got a goal on his, on a professional start.
Yeah, they came back from the under-21 game the other day, and they were pretty adamant that he should be involved in the game. He's done what he needs to do. He's taken his opportunity. I'll have to see the first one back with that cross, if he was offside or not. But again, he's got to be in them areas to do it. So pleased for him on a personal note that he's been able to mark his debut with a goal.
And for you, it's back out on the training ground and onwards and upwards, fingers crossed. You're going to be taking on the league leaders next time around, but plenty to mull over and get yourselves ready.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's what we've got to do. We've got to assess what we felt we could do better this afternoon. Off the back of 4 really good games in terms of picking up points, and obviously our performance we thought was really good last week. We saw that in spells today. We did, but like I keep saying, it was patchy. I've let the players know that I'm not happy with that today. The least that you get out of that game is a 1-1, and then we assess it from there. But we'll have a difficult game next week. We'll have a full week though to be able to look after the players and prepare them ready for Gillingham.